Brian Powell of I Run Far here with Anton Krupicka after the 2012 Leadville 100. Congrats on finishing that one out, Anton.
Yeah, it was a rough one. Definitely, yeah, the roughest 100-mile finish I've had.
Yeah, you've we sort of talked a little bit before the race. You had five races now at Leadville, 2 really good ones, 2 DNFs, and now you got one in the middle.
Yes, I would say this is one in the middle. Yeah, I mean, I was having a decent day. I guess I knew right off the bat that we were going too fast for what I wanted to be doing. The main thing is just, I mean, like you asked in the pre-race interview, was I worried about the lack of flat running I've been doing this summer? That was the problem. Like, by the time we got to May Queen in the morning, I was like, oh, this is the longest continuous run I've done all summer, you know, like 13 miles in. But, so that was a huge factor because my quads were just blown already at the halfway point.
From the flat stuff.
From the flat stuff,
It's crazy because normally most other runners,
yeah, but that's, I have no issue with those. It was just the consistent running for that long, you know. So
yeah. So I mean, you all took it out.
Yeah, you know, it was saying.
How'd that happen? Yeah,
it was saying to May Queen in the morning because I think I got there like 1:42 or something, which is totally what I was hoping to do. But then we got on Hagerman Road, and you know, and at the time it doesn't feel that fast, but I remember thinking like, I'm kind of like, you know, falling off the pace a step or two. I was like, kind of worried about that, but then we got to Fish Hatchery, and I was like, holy cow, well, we just put like 123 or something for those 10 miles, you know, so that was a little quick.
And then the road. And
then the road, you know, I tried so hard to go easy, and there was a pack of 5 of us, and I just kind of let them go like 50 yards in front of me, but there's no difference. I'm running the same pace as them, you know, I'm just not running in the group. And the same thing, we were going too quick.
Anybody who was leading you out?
Well, I mean, Thomas and Aish really, but Aish was he was just running with whoever's in front.
Yeah.
Because he even stopped and waited a few times, I think, for people. Well, for me, because I caught up to him and Thomas out of the Twin Lakes aid station at mile 40, and we're going across the meadows, and he just stopped. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, run. And he's like, well, I don't know where I'm going. I was like, follow the flags. And he's like, come on, man, you know I don't know what I'm doing. And I was like, well, you know how to run now. like don't. And then halfway up the Hope Pass climb, he just went off the back, and I never saw him again until I was coming back up the other side of Hope. So
he saw it coming down Hope when you were going up, or?
Yeah, he was already in like an hour behind or something. Like I think he must have taken like a picnic or something at Hope Aid Station. Like I don't know how he got dropped that much, but yeah.
So Thomas was ahead of you coming at Winfield, right?
Yeah, he'd passed me just before Winfield. Like I was having a pretty rough stretch. My quads are already gone by then. So I was on that new contour trail. I was having a pretty rough stretch through there. So I knew like he was probably catch up to me. And he caught me right before Winfield, but then I left the aid station just before him, and I think put almost 10 minutes on him on the climb back up Hope. Yeah. But so he didn't catch back up until mile 73, half pipe or half line.
So is that your plan on the day, to use the hills? Because you also took the lead going up the front side of Hope Pass. And
I did.
Was that to win money, or was that just because you're strong on the hills?
Well, I didn't know about the money until the day before, but no, I didn't specifically go hard. I was just climbing faster than the other guys, yeah, I knew that those 20 miles of double crossing I hope would be the strong point of the race for me, just because of the training I've been doing this summer. But it wasn't like a plan. I just once I was in the front, I kind of wanted to stay in the front, and I knew Thomas was chasing, and yeah, I don't know.
Out of Winfield, you were within a minute of Carpenter's record pace. When did you kind of know that was?
Well, was I really? I thought.
I think so.
A couple minutes. Yeah.
You were darn close.
Yeah, and the course, I think, because there's like the 2009 to now course, and then there's the pre-2009 courses, which is when Matt set the record, and I think this current course is maybe 10 minutes longer than when Matt set it, and I think 25 minutes longer for the front runners than it has been the last 3 years. I mean, it's a lot of extra running over there.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that section, because we heard so many rumors before the race of how long it was, how tough it was.
Well, here's how I gauged it. I got to the top of Hope, and it usually takes me 49 minutes to get from the top of Hope to Winfield. And so that would have been 7:25 at Winfield, and I was more like 7:37 or 7:38.
Okay.
So 12 or 13 minutes in one direction. I mean, that's not, that's a rough.
Yeah.
So maybe 25 minutes total.
Gotcha. So when Tomas comes by you on the road at like 73, what's going through your mind?
Oh, it was wreckage. Like, Dakota had been pacing me, and I've been walking some flat stuff. I was moving pretty well on a lot of it, but I knew I was going slow, and like I knew, like, unless people behind me were really blowing up, like it was. I thought it was gonna be Clarky who was gonna catch me, just because he's, he can just grind these things out.
Yeah.
And, this is Tomas' first race, and I stopped there at that crew access just to switch out insoles in my shoes, just because the shoes were getting kind of crushed out, and he caught up basically right then, and I left the aid for him, but he passed me shortly after there. It's funny, we got on the road, and I had Scott pacing me there, and it's pretty windy out there, so I just like tucked in behind Scott, and Scott just kind of set the pace, and we just cruised, and he only put a couple minutes on me there, and at Fish Hatchery he just had 2 minutes on me, and I was like, all right, like, we'll get to power line, and I'll catch him again on power line, but I just had nothing. Like, it was just, and then I got to the top of power line and I walked down the other side.
Wow.
It was bad.
That was probably a little humbling.
Oh yeah, because then off the top of Sugarloaf, that's when Clarky and Zeke just come rolling by, and I was walking, so anything would have seemed fast in comparison, but they seemed like they were moving really well, and I was like, wow, that's just crazy. Like, okay, I was planning on like walking in from there, but then once I got on the Colorado Trail, started running again, and I probably ran 90% the rest of the way in from the finish there.
I remember it was kind of like after you had that rough spell, you were actually like moving, you kind of got back in gear. Like,
yeah, I started running again. It's basically instead of just walking flat stuff, like I ran almost everything. So.
Yeah. Do you mind talking a little bit about after the race?
Well, I don't know. It was just mismanagement on my part. Like I'd been pretty nauseous since Fish Hatchery, really. So I was eating well. Like Scott had me. I was eating every 20-25 minutes.
Yeah.
But just afterwards, I was nauseous, so I couldn't really. I didn't feel like eating anything in the tent, in the med tent, and so I didn't eat anything after the race. And I got back down to the house, and I just blacked out. Like I was like really out of it. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna crawl in the truck and go to bed, and because I was like lethargic, and next thing I know, I'm lying on the ground, and I remember like hearing this clank, and it was my chin hitting the tailgate. Like, yeah, my jaw's sore this morning. And then my mom like comes over and is like trying to pick me up, and then Adam Chase comes over, and they're like, I'm leaning on Adam, and I just like collapse again, and like Adam's a small guy, so
yeah,
I was just like, it was wreckage. But I just had some food and shower, and I was fine. But I've never blacked out before like that. It was pretty wild.
You're
scary.
You're all good today.
Yeah, I'm good now. Yeah, it's fine. But it was just low blood sugar.
Gotcha. So cool.
Yeah. I'm happy I finished. Like in the moment I was just like, this is the silliest sport ever. But it's always good to finish.
Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Thanks a lot, Brian.
Yeah. So Anton, you got a lot of followers and a lot of sort of fanatics. You also have a lot of people who choose variations on your name. What is your favorite pronunciation of your name, version of your name, and nickname? Do you have any?
Nickname, favorite pronunciation. It seems like it's more people than you'd think say Krupicka or something like that. And it's just like, well, okay, that's weird. I don't know. It's Eastern European. I guess it just kind of throws people.
Yeah.
I don't know nickname. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't even think. Like.
Gotcha.
I'm tired, man.
Krupicka.
Yeah, it's weird. People just get flustered with it.
So for everybody, what is your name?
Well, Anton Krupicka. You can call me Tony though. Yeah.
See Tony.
Yeah.
Is that